Alrighty. Been a little bit. Man. I had better join it. What's up, Cookie? What's up? Hopefully pronouncing it right. Gabu, welcome in. It's in the title, BLM. Oh, I gotta make sure I turn off my own stream here. Just in here, just in case. All right. But yeah, the challenge is in the title, but we're gonna be starting a new world to grab level 255 items. Welcome in, KGB Spy. Your name isn't intimidating at all. It's okay. Music Cat, what's poppin'? Not much. Level 255 items, eventually. Probably not today, because it takes a while. What's up, Leon? Just give it another second. Ugh. Okay, well, as you can see, you can be my witnesses. Random seed. Okay. So, ain't nobody gonna be coming in here and pretending that I, planned this all out. Subscribe to you. I'll consider it. What version am I starting on? It's up here at the top if you can... Oh, no, it's clipped off. But it is version 23W13A or B. Is it that hard to pronounce Gabu? I don't know. But okay, I think we're just going to go ahead and start. Let's see how this goes. All right, love facing trees. Let's see what we're working with here. Nothing that interesting. All right, so this is 23W13A or B. It is an April Fool's snapshot, and it has some interesting stuff in it that'll allow us to get really broken items later. But the build-up is going to be pretty normal, aside from the obvious April Fool's weirdness. People pronounce it like Gebu. I think that oh, see, there's our first vote. I think that maybe you're just dealing with weird people, Gabu. All right. I don't want it to never thunder, so let's go ahead and not vote for that. I voted officially. That's going to happen a lot. I'm going to turn down my render distance here. 16 is good. All right. Leon, even if I am going to subscribe to you, I'm not going to do it midstream, so if that's your hope, you can... I am sorry to let you down. Okay, you're on a shipwreck. We'll go to that. I guess we should probably grab some wood, but it's all birch, so we'll grab it over there. Looking a lot like a democracy, not a stakeocracy. Oh, Dolphin Powers, let's go. Yeah, it is a stake. Yeah, no, I mean, it can be democratic and stakeocratic. That's okay. All right. Oh my gosh, why is it that every shipwreck I've been to in the last 18 years has been completely filled in? All right, better not drown. That would be suboptimal, even by my standards. What's everyone been up to? How's it going? See what vote we just got. Ooh, we can make our tools mine faster. I'll take that. 32%. Actually, I think it's just 32% faster, yeah. Nice. We take that. you know, this is going to take way too long. I'm out of here. But let's grab some wood. Odyssey, sorry, I missed your message. Did you test to see if level 255 or even 12 items work in modern versions? Yeah. I've actually done quite a bit of testing with this. Some are not exactly functional because the enchantments are coded to have caps. For example, Protection. Protection 255, I can get it, but it's not any better in any way, shape, or form than Prot 12. And Prot 12 is only 8%, like, you only save about 8% damage that gets past armor toughness anyway with Prot 12, so it's minimal returns at best. I mean, technically speaking, with Prot 255, you could just enchant like your boots and then, you know, not enchant anything else with protection and you'd still get the full benefit, I'm pretty sure. But why would you want to do that when you just have shiny boots? That's not as satisfying. So, not my thing. Wait, what did I just... Oh, it's the iron nuggets. Alright. We're cruising. Oh, yeah, breathing is important. We'll breathe. Alrighty. Sugarcane's nice to have. Okay. Alright. Oh, gosh. There we go. Okay. Am I going to release a guide? I mean, most of my videos act as a guide. The video that when I eventually release this will be a guide, yes. But it may not be like a... I'm probably not going to release one big video where I go through every single glitch I've ever done. That's just a lot of time when you could just watch the individual videos that I've already made. So... Gabu, you are right about the chickens laying every item in the game. There are actually several different votes in this game that will potentially get you random items, but they, yeah, the chicken one is definitely one of the simplest, for sure. There's also the fish anything vote, which is pretty fun. Just a joke about the oceans being polluted, so there's tons of items in the water. As gassed, it is 23W13A or B. It is an April Fool's snapshot, I think from 1.20, if I recall correctly. Yes, some cows. Real food. That is what we like. You can grow up and take revenge on me someday. Ooh, look at that. Let's go get some... A bed would probably be good, if we could get enough for a bed. Cool beans. Yes. Alright, let's see. See, the one problem is, I don't know what it is about this version, but no matter how hard I tried, I was not able to switch gamma to be on. So, I think, is that, no, that's copper. I was bamboozled. Please turn on French mode the moment I have the possibility. No, I mean, if I get enough peer pressure from chat, I may do that. But French mode is terrible. You can't read any of the votes, so I have to like use a translator on my phone and just like take pictures so I can know what to vote for. It's terrible. You miss out on quite a bit of stuff if you do that. Not my favorite. Okay, we ran in a little circle and it doesn't seem like there's much here, so we are gonna leave. Ah. Okay. Ooh, missed a vote. Oh, Life's a Dream? Absolutely. Life's a Dream is a very interesting... It'll make things look visually weird for a little bit, but basically it's just... it makes everything... It makes you stronger. You get looting drops even if you don't have looting. Every sharpness enchantment does like twice as much damage. It's super fun. But yeah, we'll have to see about French mode. We'll see how the peer pressure mounts, but I'm guessing hopefully not. 3D Sorka, of course I know who you are. Come on. Come on. My Discord server is not so large that I'm not going to know everyone in there, basically. Though some people have snuck in and never said a word, so I may not know them by name. Okay. It's crazy. I guess actually I learned Spanish in middle school, so it's not crazy that someone learned a language in middle school. Oh, that was some lag, bro. But I did not learn much Spanish. Not enough to understand the votes. I'm not dealing with that. What's the Discord server? It should be beneath the stream if you look. It should be listed. Let's check out this buried treasure map. Okay. We are looking north, and it is north of us, so we have to go back to where we were. Dang it. But yeah, so it should be beneath. 3D Circuit, you can't believe Flassin isn't watching? Who knows? Who knows? Phil may be watching on an alt. You might be Phil for all I know. All your conversations with Phil ever could just be Phil swapping phones. Bugrock, welcome in. We're just starting out a new world. The pressure hasn't gone crazy yet. Okay, how far is it? It must be on like the other side of this island or something. Not sure. I should probably go this way. Is the music at a decent... Wow, I can talk. Is the music at a decent volume, or is it all right? Is it, you know, too quiet, too loud? It's an interesting thing to call him. Okay, let's see. Sorry, responding to a text. Okay. Let's see. Straight ahead. Let's go. Oh, is that the joke that was being made? I didn't realize that Phil was under 16. Phil's voice is surprisingly deep for an under 16-year-old, actually. Though maybe it's just like Mandela effect and his voice is actually really high-pitched. Could have sworn that it was a... Oh, I did pass it. All right. Okay, should be just right over here. How are we getting level 255 items? I mean, if I explain that all in this stream, it's going to be overwhelming for me because I will have to repeat... Whoa, I'll have to repeat it like 18 times, which will be completely too much. So when I get to that point, I'll obviously be explaining it, but it is too far ahead of us right now for it to really be worth our time. All right. Ooh, diamonds, not bad. And some cooked food. I'm good on Heart of the Sea. Oh yeah, I got enough iron to make more tools. Let's go. And we'll probably want to make a bed as well. Okay. Sick. LOL. Under 15. Cringe. Couldn't be me. Actually, it couldn't literally be me because I'm, you know, older than that. Alright. Let's see. Well, now I came back to where I was originally because for this treasure, but... Alright, see you later, 3D. Actually, I don't even know if you want to be called 3D Circuit or whatever, but I'm just going to call you 3D because it's easy. They're trying to ban happiness in the UK as well. I mean, if they keep this up, they'll be banning fish and chips, and they're the only ones that eat them. Actually, I don't know anything about that. Who knows? 3D, all right, then. It's what you've always wanted. It was his lifelong dream for someone to finally call him 3D. His parents had been calling him 2D his entire life, and he'd been depressed. But I just fulfilled his dreams. You know what? I've got enough iron for a helmet. Might as well. Okay, now, really we kind of just wait for good votes. We don't really need a village per se, but we're kind of just waiting for some decent votes as we gear up, more or less. It'd be awesome if I could get the vote that gives me infinite night vision, because that would, remove the issue of, not being able to see, but it is a rare vote. So you're another person, GD PvP Club, that I don't know how you want me to abbreviate your name. Do you want to be GD? Do you want to be PvP Club? What is the desire of your heart? What's up, Peyton? Oh, there was copper underneath. Ooh, wolf in sheep's clothing. No, thank you. Okay, this is actually a really deep hole. Ooh, that was actually... Okay, I could go for it, but I'm not confident in my skills. I'm one of those people who doesn't understand the distinction between the UK and, like, all the other, nearby islands, so... I'll just assume that the Ireland is, in fact, much better. I mean, I know they're obviously different places. No, I'm not that oblivious. Okay. Call me Club Vlub. I have problems with that. Mainly, it sounds... Okay, never mind. I'll just call you Club for the time being. Okay, I would love to find some torches if you would just get off my back. They're just coming out of the woodwork. I mean, iron's fine too, but I didn't even find iron. Just gold. Why is there so much gold? I'm too deep for coal right now. But I guess there's torches sometimes in here. Well, there's some iron. Or Jaden. I will probably remember your real name, but I also don't want to, like, be saying it around everyone if, you don't want everyone to know. So you'll have to make the decision on that. Dang. Yeah, there's no coal here, obviously. We're too deep for it to really spawn in consistently. Should I just head back up? I was kind of hoping for it to not be, incredibly deep. Ooh. Well, that works too. I tried. Gamma, for some reason, with this April Fool's Snapshot specifically, wasn't working for me. I really don't know why. It's the only version I've ever played where it didn't automatically work perfectly. So, just kind of some strange behavior. I don't really understand it. That's not going to work. There we go. Okay, grab this iron while we're here. What's up, Jaysoon? We are grabbing some stuff right now. Okay, let's vote real quick. Ooh, such a useful vote. My stone brick walls could be 32 stacks maximum. Sure, let's double it. Double it and give it to the next person. Alright, let's see. Up we go. That actually worked incredibly well. Ooh, iron, I'll take that. Even though I can't cook it because I can't find any coal. Pretty stupid. I'm actually very proud of those water bucket clutches I did. Makes me seem like a professional YouTuber. But yeah, for some reason, oh, there's some coal. That's what we like. But yeah, for some reason it just wasn't working. Like I've done it on several other versions of the game before in the game files, but it was not accommodating this time around. All right, let's go. I haven't gotten any of the interesting votes yet. I mean, life is a dream is pretty cool, but it's not one that changes anything visually. There are lots of votes in this game that in this version that, dinner bonize mobs so they're upside down and stuff, which is pretty fun. And change mob drops. Those are always pretty cool. Hey, I want my tool speed. No, thank you. Sure. All right. We should probably get ourselves... I just walked by this coal without even knowing. All right. It's sad. I don't know what all the Minecraft the Minecraft audience in the UK is doing, you know? I mean, not right now. They don't have to watch my stream or anything, but I just mean in general, like, anyone under 16 can't watch anything on YouTube is crazy. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. I need you to just reply in the chat. Do we want the eroded Badlands to have eggshell foliage, or do we want the deep cold ocean to have dark khaki foliage, as if a bunch of foliage grows in the deep cold ocean? You have to vote. You have to vote. Give me your thoughts. All right, let's see. Definitely khaki. All right, well, that is the first thing I saw. Khaki it is. Khaki is pretty good. The votes are so freaking goofy sometimes. Okay, we'll grab some more coal. Why not? You haven't missed much. I mean, if you look at my inventory, I haven't exactly got a ton of stuff yet. Yeah, nope, we're good. Finding a village would be nice, though. Let's go ahead and start cooking up our iron. We should be... No, we only have 12. Okay, well, we're not close to actually having a full set of armor yet, but we will soon. All right. Sick. Start cooking that up. Start cooking that up. What do I mean by level 255 items? I mean, like, you know, sharpness 255. Will this take a couple months? It really depends. The actual process of setting everything up will be relatively quick depending on how I play. Like, within a month for sure. I think there's a... If I was actually, like, consistent, I think I could have it all set up within 2 weeks of playing. The real question is, there's some RNG involved in the final step that could take a week or it could take a month all by itself. So that's the real question. So it's hard to answer. Is 255 actually possible vanilla? I mean, this is vanilla, though it's an April Fool's snapshot. So some people, even though it's like, you know, a full release of the game without mods that I'm doing this in, some people wouldn't see it as legitimate. So I guess that's personal preference. Whatever you think, really. Do I have the copper spaced out? Well, I mean, it's iron, first off, but also I'm cooking beef in the other one, so. Dude, Nathan, where do you learn most of your glitches from? A lot of inspiration from the Minecraft Discontinued Features wiki. They have a Discord as well that you can go check out. It's super fun. I chat a lot in there. But some of it has been searching through old bug reports, like the 2 million levels one. That's how I clued in on that. Or 2 million levels, 1 million levels video, though I actually ended up getting 3, but whatever. But a lot of Discontinued Features wiki stuff. And dang, you are not close, but it's different. It's different. I should stream more. I mean, I haven't had time. You wouldn't believe how busy school's been. It's been like ridiculous. It's been terrible. I mean, school's bad. You know, I mean, that's not unique, but it's been so busy. Notch armor's good enough for you. That's fair. Though you got to get that Prot 12 armor. See, that's important. Okay, what do I not need here? Oh, you know what? I can craft this. That actually... Ooh, that means I have exactly enough for a full set. Let's go. Okay, we're done here. And it is again sleepy time. I think we're gonna go this way. Oh, it's not dark enough? Well, this is awkward. Dang, is there something in the way of you sleeping? I'm focused on the bed. Is there something in the way of you playing in a Minecraft world? I don't really understand. Sloth, tomorrow's your last day of final exams. My last day is actually Saturday, so I'm doing this during finals week, which is a little interesting. I haven't done that before, but it's a pretty chill finals week, to be completely honest. The tests that I'm taking are kind of ridiculously easy. They're like, I think they're like 20 questions a piece. It does mean that every question's weighted really heavily in terms of points. But it's pretty quick, so. How much setup is there going to be before we get to the enchantment shenanigans? It really depends. I mean, we're not going to get there in this stream, guaranteed, 100%. But it's a lot of it is based on the RNG for these votes. Those are nothing burger votes. Okay. I can't tell if Life is a Dream has been activated yet. You can look in here. Life is a Dream has turned on. So now certain lights are going to look a little more like kind of foggy. I don't know if you can tell how different it is just by looking at the sky, but it's a little different. Why is Prot 12 the max, not 10? That's because and I'll be explaining this in the video, but the enchantment that you convert to protection in order to get Prot 12 armor is multi-shot, and in the April Fool's version that has high-level multi-shot books, it goes up to 12 as a maximum. So with that method, Prot 12 is the max, but you can go higher with the method that I'll be using in this world. So, there's other options out there, is all I'm trying to say. What is that down there? I can't tell. Not interested. All right. Where's my boat? Here we go. Oh, what the heck? Look at that mountain. That's sick. Yo, that's awesome. Hey, Blue Shadow Man. Hey, I'm Assam. This mountain's sick looking. Ali King, it is also my personal strategy to call anyone who beats me in PvP a cheater. They always are. No one has ever beaten me in PvP that isn't cheating. I'm just that good. So I always know if they beat me, they probably cheated. So actually, that's a good question. I'm just gonna call you JLD because I don't know. It's just a random assortment of letters. But Prot 5, if you're wearing full armor, it is the maximum. Nothing's going to be better. But you don't always wear the full armor because you have your Elytra on a lot of the time if you're, an actual player. So in that time, you lose on some of the protection, which is actually, if you remember my original video, I explained that was why having blast protection and fire protection and projectile protection was worth it on that piece. But with Prot 12, you can have your Elytra on and you're still at the protection cap, so it's 8% better overall in terms of actual damage that is reduced. So that's why. What's the seed? I need that mountain. Huh. Well, if anyone wants it, there's the seed. Can't guarantee it'll be in any world that's created outside of 1.20, but there's the seed. Sorry, Amazon, didn't see that you asked. This is version 23W13 A or B. Also, I just got to say, the crafter cape, when I looked at it in photos online, I was like, oh no, this is going to look awful with my skin because, I mean, I'm like brown already, and so it like kind of looks potato-y. But on armor, it actually looks awesome. So and I'm always going to be wearing it, so it's totally fine. So yeah, it's going to be great. Do I use chunk base? It depends. I generally feel like exploring and finding stuff on my own is more satisfying. If there's something very specific I need, like for example, there's some Wither Skeleton Skull farms where you need to build them at a very specific kind of nether fortress in a very specific place, and finding those on your own, ooh, a village, nice. Finding those on your own is practically speaking impossible. So, I mean, you can settle if you want, but for those who really want to prioritize OP farms, it's something that they definitely do. And I think in certain circumstances, chunk base is totally fine. It just depends, really. Okay, let's get ourselves some more food. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that didn't crit. I was sprinting, I guess. Do I play on a lifesteal world? I do not. That would be interesting. Is there any more cows? Nope. Oh, sometimes, by the way, you notice that when you do some new votes, here, let's see what this one was. Oh yeah, that changed the foliage to khaki. Some new votes will cause all the chunks to reload just in case there's a resource pack change. So when that happens, it's not lag, it's just the game, though it may lag somewhat. Ali, yeah, that's exactly right. So the Crossroads Fortress is the one that you're talking about, and that's the one I'm talking about too. That's right. Peer Pressure's a good farm. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean, Pumpkin, with the chunk base and tools and whatnot. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I don't want extra explosions. See, this one actually sets the piston push limit higher, and that's fun, even though I'm probably not going to use it. And we can't change the khaki, so let's just do nothing. All right, another terrain vote, guys. This is important. Give me your thoughts. So we got windswept savanna grass turning white, which would look cursed and terrible. And then you've got, oh, more khaki. Okay, guys. We know it's got to be khaki, right? Is everyone on the khaki train right now? Yeah? Okay, drop khaki in the chat if this is the right vote. Either it's latency. Okay, I got one khaki. We're going for it. Why am I playing April Fools? Because, I mean, it's literally the name of the stream, but we're on a journey to get level 255 items, and this is one of the things you gotta do. Okay. Kind of want to see why. Well, we can always repeal these, and you get tons of terrain votes all the time in this version, so it'll come back. Lunar Dragon, what's up? Here, I gotta swap this. There we go. That's much better. Rigged. Wait, what's rigged? I can get every enchantment at 255 if I do this properly. There's a lot of leather workers here. What the heck? This is leather work build. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of armor. Why do you need it? Well, I mean, obviously level 255 armor is not conventionally possible in normal versions, but this April Fool's version has some quirks in it that allow you to get the armor in the first place. So, or to get the enchantments, I suppose. So that's why we're here. Man, the votes have been See, we want more options for approval votes. So we're going to take lava tick delay being really low and just hopefully not die to lava. That would be the move. And I like smokers, so we'll take this. Not IRL though, not within 25 feet of my building, thank you. A navy covered Oriole, thanks. I'm glad you like my vids. They're pretty alright. Yes, this is, so NBT crafting essentially is the method that I'll be using down the line, but we are not even close to having the stuff we need to start doing that. Is that a pink sheep? Hold up. It is. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, I don't have anything to trap you for eternity or anything. I wonder if this is actually the second time I played in this snapshot and found a pink sheep, so maybe the rates are higher in this one for some reason. What's up? This is cool. All right, I'll leave you be. I don't want to. I'll just let you remain in nature rather than do anything crazy. Ah, I didn't realize you were watching. Close your eyes. All right. Now that I've got the smoker, we can cook this stuff up. Kind of waiting for one of the good votes, but I haven't gotten it yet. I've got a good amount of coal. We're fine. All right. Got another cow. No cow will survive in my sight. Little Moo Moo Meadows. Save the sheep and name it Benjamin. All right, guys. If enough people ask me to go back for the sheep, I will go back for the sheep. I guess I do have wheat, so I could probably get it into one of these pens over here. Do you think Life's a Dream makes random things less rare? That's interesting. The last time I got a pink sheep, it was before I had turned that vote on, so... Okay, I'll go grab the sheep. I'll go grab the sheep. Fine. I am weak to peer pressure. That's why I have, you know, a boat. Just kidding. I don't. That's not true. All right, let's go, buddy. Just gotta very slowly walk. Go back, but name it Fred. Okay, we'll have to have a vote on what to name it when I actually have name tags, because I do not have name tags yet. Okay, Gabu just wants me to kill the sheep. Gabu's got some unresolved issues, maybe. Who knows? All right. Follow me. Oh, now you're following. I just want, you know, the meat. Thanks. Okay, let's see. I think there was... where was the pen? Was it up there? Name it Pumpkin's Beloved Sheep. I don't know. Oh, I went too fast. Sorry, buddy. Man, come on. Bro wants the steak. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it should be obvious to everyone. Let's see. Okay, don't need the sand. Okay, come on in here. Very good. Alrighty. And you know what? I think, is it like a 50% chance that if I breed a pink sheep with another sheep, actually it's whatever I give wheat to first, right? So this baby should be pink in a second. It is. Let's go. All right. Now we'll just leave. We leave. Misshepen. Name it Spencer. Okay, well, we'll be back here. Let's actually, you know what? I still have reduced chat settings, or reduced debug info, excuse me. So that did not, in fact, actually show me where it was. Okay. Alrighty. And we'll just sleep right here. This is a cool spot. Name it Albert Wesker. You know what? I do not think that he wants to, you know... unless I catch some kind of disease from him, I think I will not. I think I will not. It is an interesting idea, though. Yeah, why not? Why not? They'll despawn slower. Not that it really matters. I won't really drop items or die, because, you know, hardcore. At least if I die, I won't try to pick them back up anyway. All right. Man, I was expecting to get at least one of the decent votes a little faster than this. Okay, we'll go back and we'll maybe name it Benjamin. That does seem to be the most popular name for some reason. I don't think that's actually how it works, Mathematica commenter. I don't think that's how it works. You know what? This spot's nice. Let's go ahead and place our sugarcane. Alrighty. Alright. What vote am I looking for? I mean, basically any of them that allow me... So, there are a couple. For one... Well, I should cook my food. I have so much uncooked food on me right now. I have almost a stack of uncooked beef. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, you know what? Might as well make another smoker here. Okay. Now we'll go and have that. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know why I put so many in that one, but whatever. Cookie, you're not Steve. But yeah, sorry, Mr. Cool Bro. I am looking for any of the ones that let me get spawn eggs, get random items, like the sheep, the chicken egg vote, the polluted oceans vote. There are a couple, and honestly, you know, anything related to those would be preferable in my mind. So yeah, I'm waiting for any and all of those. But they are not always fast. Is my favorite food steak? I would say so, yes. I mean, it'd be awkward if I didn't like it and I based my entire channel brand around it. That'd be slightly awkward. I don't want a big romantic moon. I don't want more placeable buttons, so... Sure, let's repeal the stone brick wall. But yes, no, I do like steak quite a bit. Favorite cut? Probably a ribeye, though honestly, I had a super fatty cut of ribeye a couple weeks ago, and it was disappointing. It was just like way too much fat on it. So maybe I'm starting to like leaner cuts. I don't know. But yeah, there was just like way too much fat. I don't actually want this copper or that or that or that. I don't even know why I bothered to get that. Okay. Why do I eat steak if I'm steak? Well, you see, I'm actually a distant relative of steak, so it's fine. It's not actual cannibalism. It's okay. I even asked them, and they said it was cool. So, but yeah. So anyway, there are a couple of votes that are really, really fun. One of my favorites is the one that makes it so when you kill a mob, it has X percentage of rate of dropping its spawn egg. So if you kill a mob enough times, you're guaranteed to get a spawn egg eventually. I think one of the times I tried and tested this, I got one vote that let me get it 100%. So every mob I killed was dropping a spawn egg, which was super cool. Build a throne for Benjamin. Have to think about that one. Let's see. All right. There are also votes that speed up the rate at which votes come in. So that would be another one that'd be super nice. But we'll have to wait for it. Mr. Cool Bro, this is a new world I just started. The end goal would be to bring it into my main hardcore world. Just using MCA, I'd bring the items in. Grappling fishing rod. It'd be fun to try. Might as well. Don't name it Benjamin. So Sloth Trevor, I'll walk you guys through some of the enchantments that are actually really useful at level 255. So I mean, Prot 255, basically pointless aside from just looking cool. Since you know, Prot 12, actually Prot even with an Elytra, Prot 7 will max you out. So there's functionally no purpose at all. But it's still cool. Efficiency 255 totally works. It slaps you at about, I think at the end, you know, like at max level 255, and even with haste 2, you barely can't insta-mine obsidian. So it's kind of like the same rate at which efficiency 5 mines mines cobblestone. So there's just like a slight delay, but it's still really fast. So that one's really cool. Fortune 255 works. Looting 255 works. And then, by the way that those two specifically work is they're coded to drop. A random number is picked between 0 and the level of fortune you have. So if it's fortune 3, a random number between 0 and 3 is picked, and that's how many extra diamonds you get, for example. So with fortune 255, you have a random chance of getting anywhere between 0 and 255 extra diamonds per block you mine. So on average, you're probably sitting somewhere around 125 or 127 or something. Actually, Ali, I mean, you know, feel free to say whatever you want. This is actually, it's been a while since I've streamed, but this is actually one of the bigger streams I've ever had, to be completely honest with you. So, I don't know. I don't stream very much, though, so maybe if I was more consistent, it'd be bigger. It's true. Ooh, Rune Portal. We're going to grab that. The Siska. Trying to get notch armor. Trying to downgrade. Yeah, I mean, if you're in 1.21, at least... Oh, very cool. Oh, I have a Twitch follower. See, that's new. I'm actually multi-streaming right now, and it isn't going terribly. That was probably the other khaki vote. Is that right? Yeah, it's khaki green now. And I don't really understand what khaki green even is. We don't want apple party diet. It means we can only eat apples, I think. All right, let's see. I will take this and that. Silk touch is cool. Alrighty. Very nice. This is actually a pretty cool area right here. Nice and flat. Is that a cow? Sorry, it's the squirrel with the nut, like the dog and the squirrel moment. I can't turn away. I have to go get this. Can I even pick it up? Nope. Give me that. Cool. Oh, nice, Theo. Cool, cool. I have not tried streaming to Twitch for more than like 3 seconds before, so this is new. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Eventually down the line, for fun, we can go to the moon as well. The moon does have some guaranteed spawn eggs up there. They have the moon cow spawn egg, I think normal cow spawn egg, and villager spawn eggs that spawn in chests up there, which would be pretty fun. No, Alec, it is from an April Fool version, unfortunately. So sorry that is something that, if that is something that, you know, doesn't really fly with you. I started this new series with the express understanding that April Fool's versions were fair game when it came to rare stuff, though, you know, to a certain point. I'm not trying to, like, give myself working command blocks or something, but not that that even is really possible from what I understand. Sure. Vlog with Ryan Paul. Level 255 and So I've used both the multi-shot 12 and normal and like multi-shot 255 crossbows in a vanilla world, and it totally worked. So I'm not really sure what you might be experiencing, to be completely honest with you. Okay, well, while we're waiting, might as well try to gear up. Alrighty. Now that we can actually somewhat see down there. Ooh, that's a good thing to repeal. Now that we can somewhat see, it might be time to delve into the depths. Love that. Alright. Am I going to make full... I didn't answer the Siska. Sorry. I get getting distracted. It has been a while since I've streamed. But yeah, I would say that downgrading is just very difficult. You can do it. I honestly, though, if you're comfortable using MCA Selector, it is just going to be so much easier on you. And especially if it's a world you've already been playing in, the risk of world corruption is just so high. I have actually stopped recommending people just to straight up downgrade because it's caused some people that I've helped quite a few problems. I totally understand. And I used to be the kind of person who, you know, thought that MCA Selector was, you know, not cool. But after trying to help so many people trying to make it work and it being so impossible, it's just not something I recommend anymore. So I'd recommend starting a new world from scratch, getting everything you want, and then just MCAing it in. I mean, at the end of the day, you still got it, you know? Like, it wasn't like you just creative, you know, moded it into your world or something. But I don't know. I guess you'll have to decide if that's something you're comfortable with. If you want more help than that, though, I would recommend hopping into our Discord. We have a help channel, and the people on there, several of them have gotten Notch Armor before, so... Shah Jalani, hopefully I said your name somewhat right. Is that why the video got taken down? I actually took that down because I semi-doxed myself in that video. Someone messaged me and was like, hey, there's a couple of frames where you can see your full name. And I was like, hey, you know, ooh, diamonds. You know what? I think I'll take that down. Okay, it was really just one. We that lame right now? It is. Okay, well, that's disappointing. I guess we can go down there. Is this going to be a long-term world? I mean, this project might take a while, but I do plan on bringing this back to my main hardcore world down the line. So I wouldn't call this a, you know, a world I intend to keep forever, no. Though if someone... Is it really just a dead end? Oh my gosh, that's so lame. If someone was to do exactly what I'm doing and wanted to make it a forever world, it would totally work. And I don't think you would even really have to use MCA Selector to make it work. Mr. Cool Bro. All right. Have a good one, man. But yeah, I will be making a full video on everything I get from this version. There's some pretty broken stuff that I'll be getting here that I'm actually not sure if anyone's ever obtained before. I mean, some people have obtained pretty broken stuff from these versions, but I'm pretty sure some of it that I'll be getting is like first of its kind, which would be pretty cool. Sorry if I'm a little slower responding to messages in here. I'm more on edge with the, you know, monsters and threat of death looming. Nice water, and the nether's pretty sick. Oh, you're up to 2.5 million levels? That's awesome. Good for you. Takes some patience. Let's grab some iron. I don't really know why I'm bothering, though. I basically have all I need anyway. I guess maybe if my tools break. Kind of hoping just to get diamonds, frankly. Man, no new votes for a while. It's very slow at the beginning. There is a vote, though, where you can basically make it so there's a chance to get a new vote every, I think it's like 5 seconds. So it really speeds up down the line, but you have to wait a while to get lucky. And grammar's not important. We're playing Minecraft. We're not playing, you know, English class. So we're good. All right, see you now, Alec. Adios. Thanks for hopping in. Let's see. I'm out of room already. You know, I should stop getting distracted. I have a stack of iron. Let's just move on. We're looking for diamonds now. Have I made notch armor in the main one yet? So, I mean, I made it in a previous world, but I did die in that one. So I haven't made it completely in the new one, though I actually have all the components ready. But, like, as I finished getting all the components ready was when I found Fortune 5 and figured out how to do Prot 12. And so I took a little bit of a detour content-wise and focused on those for a little bit. And then I found out about level 255. Oh my gosh, you're just abusing me. So anyway, so I got distracted, long story short. I will be going back to getting the notch armor stuff finished. But I have not yet, unfortunately. I actually, you know, will still, even once I go back to the main hardcore world for my next couple, you know, after these next couple videos, it will still be a while before notch armor is completely done, just because I have a lot of things I want to do before 1.20 in that world. So that string will be nice to have later. What do I not want? I can get rid of an apple, sure. The Ravager spawn egg replaced... No. None of those are more interesting than a Ravager spawn egg, so we're good. Okay, let's see. Torin. MCA is a little iffy for me, too. It's just the simplest option. I don't know. I agree it's not the cleanest. I'd love it if I didn't have to use it. But there's just too many ways for your world to get corrupted. And I have a hard time telling somebody, no, you should lose potentially hundreds of hours of playtime worth of progress in your world just so somebody else on the internet has a higher opinion of, you know, a project you did. You know, it doesn't really seem fair to me to tell anyone that, so I don't really do it anymore. Alrighty. We're running low on torches. Ooh, that's a minecart with a chest. I'll take that. Sir, excuse me. Oh, I'm low on health. I didn't realize. Let's not die. How about that? Bam. Not dying would be a very good idea. Speaking of notches, not spear mace possible. With this version, it is. So I will actually be getting a broken mace and a broken spear in this version. Or multiple. My favorite April Fool snapshot is probably... I'd say it's probably this one now, honestly. After all the things I learned I could do, this definitely has the most content in it that allows for some really cool creativity, I'd say. Like, the amount of crazy bonkers ideas I've had just experimenting with this April Fool's version alone is crazy. Man, I am not... See, the one thing... after, you know, making videos for YouTube so much, I have gotten used to having gamma on all the time. So my skills for finding diamonds and whatnot has definitely gone down overall. I will say. I'm ashamed to admit. This version, you can go to the moon, yes. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, obviously, your opinion of what you do matters most. No, I don't need that. Sure. Man, I'm getting too many repeal votes. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, if you're not able to do it and feel good about it, then it's not the right choice for you. I just happen to have decided I feel okay about it. What's interesting on the moon in this version? Well, maybe we'll find out at some point, like, you know, going together, but I do have to get the right vote to even go there. But there are moon bases that have crazy, interesting items inside of them. You can get elytra from the moon. You can get some certain kinds of spawn eggs from the moon. It's lots of fun stuff, actually. Man, reading chat while not dying is a skill, and I have not mastered it yet. Sorry if I'm being slow to respond. That's too many. And I'm out of hunger. Here we go. Let's just not die. How about that? I want to read chat, but I also don't want to die. Okay, let's see. Where would I recommend that you start getting these glitched items? Are you talking about level 255 items, or what specifically are you talking about? Yeah, the moon bases are pretty sick. Yeah, notch armor would be nice, but unavailable in this version, unfortunately. Ooh. No, nothing there. Ah! That could have hit me off the edge. That would have been really awkward. You guys are jerks. Why are there so many creepers? Go away. Torches again. Yeah, you can port this to your main world. It's true. Oh, you're talking about Infinite Dimensions. Yeah. I actually have... I will admit, I haven't played that one. That one, like, for me, looks a little less interesting. I don't know. Like, to explore, sure, but I mean, like, to actually make a part of a real survival world, I just feel like there's too many ways to kind of break it in your favor. I mean, like, there's entire planets made of diamonds, essentially. So, it's just a little much. But it's still cool. What am I looking for? I'm honestly kind of just waiting for... See, I'm getting such useless... Here, spawn orange beds instead of cobblestone. That'd be funny. But I'm honestly just waiting for the right vote so that I can make progress on level 255 stuff. But I am not getting it. I'm mainly getting just useless ones, unfortunately. There we go. So we're getting some diamonds for the time being. Did you see that that dropped 2, even though I have a normal pickaxe? That's from Life Could Be a Dream. All right. There aren't a lot of resource packs that are... I honestly got tricked by that. That's so sad. There aren't a lot of Fulbright like any resource packs really for this version, so it's a little bit lame. But yeah, I did try to turn Gamma on, and it just did not work. Like, I even set it to like read only in case it was getting overwritten somehow, and even then it just did not work. So I am sad because I could definitely have had more stuff by now. On the bright side, like I said earlier, there is a vote that can get triggered that will allow me to have infinite night vision, but I have not gotten it yet, so... So I'm lighting the place up. It's incredibly efficient. This is actually the best way to look for stuff. Oh my God. Forgot about that hole. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Stop. No, I don't want to. Okay, no. Changing player scale makes it so unwatchable. I tried it and like I could barely play. It was so terrible. Yeah, there is some brokenness for sure there, vlog. I don't know. I see you're another one where it's unclear what the whoa, that would have been awkward. It's unclear what the right abbreviation is for your name. You want me to call you Orion Paul, or do you want to be called you know, like vlog? It's unclear. Not the most fruitful cave. Let's call you Ryan. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess we could just look around in the mine shaft. It's always fun. That's where I came from. We'll go this way. Well, it is too late to check now, I would say, on those diamonds. So we will just adventure in this mine shaft for the time being. Unless it immediately ends, which is super cool. So we'll just go this way. If I run out of torches, we officially are just going back up to the surface, because it is I only have enough for 12 more. And there's no coal down here, so I can't even get more very easily. I could just, you know, hold one and like place it and then break it for whenever I need, but that would be a little worse. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. What upgrade path did I follow? In terms of where I started my hardcore world, you know, from the beginning? Is that what you're asking, or what are you asking exactly? So I started my current hardcore world in beta 1.9 pre-3, because in that version you spawn in with a debug inventory for when the developers were working on the game. And so when you spawn in, you immediately have a full stack of end portal frames and end portal blocks, which is enough end portal frames to build your 5 end portals, which is pretty sick. So I wanted that really bad. So I started there, and then the next version after that is beta 1.9 pre-4. And in that version, you can mine spawners with Silk Touch. Sure. Yes. So that's the first two, and I spent quite a bit of time there. Because there are some fun things you can do over there, for sure. I don't know why I made so many sticks, but it's too late now. I could just dive mine. I will say that is even less interesting than watching someone randomly walk around a cave. So we'll see. I may get that desperate. But yeah, let's go back over here. I think this is around where I was dying to the skeletons. And someone mentioned there were some diamonds over here potentially. But we'll see. They may have been lying. Oh, they weren't lying. Wow, look at that. An honest person. Incredible. Of course. Am I out of smelted? Yeah, I am. Okay. We'll cook some up. We'll cook some up. I'm also out. All right. You know what? Actually, that's inefficient. Let's do this. We will make some charcoal. All right, now we chill for a second. Yeah, so Ryan, there are two. It is beta 1.9 pre-3, 1350. So that's the one you want to start in for the frames. And yeah, you can also blow up the 3 end portals that exist in-game. On average, you're going to end up with maybe 1 more end portal worth of frames. Yippee, Shajalani. Overlord, that's a good point on the Roman. It is So long story short, you use some NBT crafting shenanigans. Oh, there's even more. Oh, you were being so honest. Was it Shahjalani that was mentioning that? It must have been, because you were saying yippee. But yeah, so you can get a texture pack that will just change everything to Roman numerals, even if it's a really high number. But level 10 is also really good. In all honesty, I will very likely end up just... And I actually feel stupid because I should just make a diamond pick. I don't know why I even bothered making another smelting iron for another one. Whatever. But but yeah, at the end of the day, I will very likely end up just using day-to-day level 10 or so, because it's way more satisfying to look at. You're right. But there are some that are just so functionally useful that it's hard to say no to them, and Fortune 255 is an easy example. Anything else here? No. Looting 255 is another one. Punch 255 is hilarious. The mobs just straight up teleport because of how fast they move after getting hit with the arrow. It's super fun. Also Riptide 255. That one is insane because you go like... I should probably go finish smelting the iron. But if you point it straight up, you will go 7,000 blocks into the sky. It's insane. So that's definitely on the top of my list in terms of favorites, for sure. Okay. I don't need this. Yeah, Fortune 255 with Redstone would be pretty crazy. I mean, I've done testing a lot with Fortune 5, and even Fortune 5 by itself, you're already averaging about a redstone block worth of redstone dust per ore you mine. Oh, more diamonds, let's go. So it's already a little over the top. Nice. Now you guys duke it out. So anyway, so it will be a little over the top for sure. I mean, just imagine that times a bajillion. Oh my gosh, you're like going crazy. Thank you. I have enough diamonds. I could probably just make it a diamond axe. There it is. Yeah, Punch 255 totally works. 100%. I was doing a ton of testing with this. I also tested Frostwalker 255, though I'll be honest, that one was a little disappointing. I think it makes it so the circle of ice around you that generates is about 15 to 20 block radius. So 15 to 20 blocks on each side is turned to ice on top of water, which is cool, but you'd expect with 255 that it'd be way bigger, and it definitely wasn't. Nothing interesting here. Oh, I already voted there. Why not? Ryan, with Fortune 25, you got lagged out? That's kind of hard to believe. I mean, do you have a decent computer? Because I mean, I've seen Fortune 250. I'll be honest, I haven't actually tested Fortune 255 myself. But I mean, I tested Fortune 5, so I know it scales up, so I can kind of... It's pretty easy to understand. But... Oh, I haven't even picked that up. Let's go back and get those. But yeah, so is that serious, though? You actually lagged out your whole computer by using Fortune 25? Very interesting. Torin, you thought projectiles didn't work? I'm not... Maybe give me some more info, because, like, I know that the way that it generally works... So, obviously, the enchantment doesn't necessarily get applied to the arrow. From what I understand, it's kind of like a similar deal to, like, attribute swapping, where when you swap items really quickly, some of the attributes, for an axe, for example, breaking shields, if you swap to, like, a sword right as you hit, it can still break a shield, but you get the sword's low or high DPS. So I'm pretty sure because the reason that it works on a bow is because of a similar kind of interaction. XYZ, this is eventually going to be part of a video. Yes. This actually, with all the stuff that I'm getting in this video, there's a very good chance it goes over an hour. There's so much stuff. I mean, I already talked about this on my Discord, so it's not really too much of a spoiler. But there is about a 95% chance I can get an infinite water bucket and an infinite lava bucket in this version, which would be insane. Like, can you imagine how useful that would be? Like, literally, it just never runs out. So, I mean, you can't pick up the lava you place with it, but you have an infinite amount. Like, you put it inside of, like, a furnace, you have an infinite fuel source. If you're doing, like, making, like, some kind of nether build, infinite lava for it. Ooh, I'll be president, no problem. Oh, I see. And yeah, no wonder if it was old mine. Have an infinite empty bucket. I mean, sure. All right, I'm done caving. Let's go back up to the surface. So where did I come in? I think I came in. Oh, this way. Ooh, if I can get a slime ball here, that could actually be useful. Nice. I didn't think I'd make that. You forgot about the stream, but you're back now. Cool. Welcome back, Ali. Also, I could absolutely get infinite steak in this version. So just like you eat the steak, but the steak itself doesn't actually get consumed. That's going to be super fun. Okay. Sorry it's so dark. I am out of torches now. Infinite powdered snow. That's interesting. That would also be possible, but I hadn't considered that. That is actually really interesting. Yeah, I have no idea where the entrance is, so we'll just be mining up like casuals. Or swimming out. And hopefully not drowning. That would be suboptimal, to say the least. Here, let's, Alright, let's go up. That may have been, you know, not necessary, but worst case, it was necessary. We don't want to die. Oh, Chong. Oh, no problem, dude. Yeah, not an issue at all. I did actually see your video on the biggest achievements in Minecraft or whatever, and that was first. I doubt I deserve to be on there, but it was very nice to be included. But yeah, no problem at all. I don't blame you for not being perpetually online. It's probably a good thing actually that you didn't instantly see it. Oh, actually, Torrent, that's an insane idea. I hadn't considered that. An infinite powdered snow to like always put yourself out. That's genius. Though I mean, to be fair, by the time you get it, and even in this version, you will very likely have, you know, full armor and really won't have too many problems with lava anyway. So bedrock bombs can't perform this, unfortunately. Unfortunately, though I did give you guys a nice thing with Fortune 5, so you can't all be mad at me. At least, you know, hopefully not all of you. Okay, sick. We're on the surface now. I said, no, I don't know where my village went. It's probably this way. Now that oh, there it is. Probably. What do we got? Okay. We got another terrain changing one. The change 0 always rendering as white thing, that just means that, like, literally the number 0 will always be white. But do we want water to be red in basalt deltas, or do we want water in the wooded badlands to be dirt colored? Take your time. Also, while I'm waiting for you guys to respond about that, Ali, the Bedrock players on console, oh yeah, on console you're gonna have trouble. And Ryan, you do not. Okay, first thing I saw was red, so we're going red. You, sorry. You do not have to go to the moon to get level 255 stuff. That would be an extra bonus. Alright, ignore the sounds of small children, potentially. It sounds like Mrs. Staken is trying to get them to, like, eat food. Which is crazy, actually, because we went to a Mexican restaurant for lunch. And baby Staken number 1 was like, no, I'm not hungry. And then, like, we get home and he's like, give me food. And I'm like, I'm gonna... yeah, it was pretty annoying. just, you know, not consistent with the hunger. This is an entirely different village, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's unfortunate. Benjamin's at a different place. Though, actually, technically... We haven't decided officially to call him Benjamin yet. Can I just, like, place a bed, guys? Thank you. There we go. Mm-hmm. Where's the entrance? Yeah, it is. It is interestingly slow. See, I'm just getting a lot of repeal votes, which is terrible. Sure, we'll change the piston push limit. Because it doesn't actually add anything. So the idea in this version... Oh my gosh, that's a ton of apples. Holy crap. Let's replace this raw beef. Actually, that's a sin. Let's replace the fish. But the goal is to, with your votes, slowly increase the amount of approval votes and decrease the amount of repeal votes as much as possible, so that you get the highest potential rate of new interesting effects possible, and that'll help you progress a lot faster. But yeah, very often the beginning progression in this version is slow, unfortunately. Got 13 diamonds from that. That's not bad at all. Do Nathan, what must you do on pre-3 before upgrading to pre-4? Really, the only unique thing about pre-3 is what you start with in your inventory. If you start the world and you have your items, you're good to move on. I mean, actually, one other thing I should mention, good thing I remembered actually, is the glass pillars that generate above strongholds. They were added on accident only in beta 1.9 pre-3. So if you go beyond that to pre-4, those glass pillars won't generate anymore, and those are really helpful for finding the stronghold before going to the nether. So, and it will help you if you're going for notch armor or something and you need a lot of books. So I would try to go around until you find at least one of the strongholds. That's what I'd recommend anyway. Torin, yeah, NBT crafting is very complicated. I mean, I can explain it simply, but it's hard to like help you both understand how simple and complicated it is at the same time, and also how much RNG you need to wait around for. It's a little unfortunate, honestly. You farmed 27 double chests of end portal frames. What were you just like duping them or something? Like, did you understack? It's pretty sick. I think actually Cookie, if you have 27 double chests, you've officially beaten Cookie, which is crazy because Cookie had quite a few. That's a full double chest of shulkers of end portal frames, right? Is that what you were going for? It's quite a few. One of them does. One of the Ryan, one of the glass pillars will spawn at 0-0 because one of the strongholds always spawns at 0-0. The other two could be anywhere between, you know, 1 to 3,000 blocks out or so. So it's not guaranteed that you'll find it very quickly. And sorry, your name is a bunch of numbers, but if you're asking how many... Oh, you grew up. That's super cute. But how to get level 255 items, that's what the end video will be about. We're not even close to there yet. But essentially, NBT crafting, if you want to look it up. And yeah, duping's, you know, if you... Same thing with MCA. If you can dupe and feel good about it afterwards in your own personal world, I have no problem with it whatsoever. Like, more power to you. I can't do it. It makes things not fun for me. Okay, we should make a grappling fishing rod. I've never actually tried it, but I have the string for it now. I do think, generally speaking, though, back to duping, it makes the game a little too easy a lot of the time. Alright, so grappling fishing rods. Oh, 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 oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh, I'm never doing that again. Put that away. Oh my gosh. No, that was so scary. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh my gosh. Dangerous. Whoa, I'm not doing that until I have an elytra. Whoa. Oh. And, Cable, you just died Sorry you died, bro. That's too bad. Oh my gosh, sorry. That was a little that was Woo. That was really funny and insanely terrifying. Oh my gosh. That's some adrenaline right there. I was just leaning back, just chilling, and all of a sudden I'm like 300 blocks in the air. Oh my gosh. That was awesome though. I'm proud of that. I've been practicing. I mean, I haven't actually been practicing my clutches, but I've been doing pretty well on clutches today. I'm glad that I don't suck at that. Holy. My goodness. Oh, my heart's actually racing. I'm gonna get a drink. One sec. Now do it again. Get out of here, Ali. Get out of here. Holy crap. That was scary. Ugh. Yeah, I will not be doing that again. There actually is a game rule. You can flip game rules on and off. One of them is the fall damage game rule. You can literally just turn off fall damage in your world at one point with the votes. And once that's on, I'll definitely spam the heck out of that grappling fishing rod. But holy crap. I mean, it wasn't even like if I had aimed it like this, it's understandable that I get launched that high, but I was like this. Like it was almost exactly horizontal, and it just decided to like Homelander with the Elon Musk like joke guy in the show just like yeet into the stratosphere. Holy crap. Ugh. My goodness. Okay. And sorry, I'm gonna pronounce your name twice, and you're gonna tell me if it's right or wrong the first or second time. Is it Cable or Cabo? Or wrong both times. Anyway, would I start over completely if I died in this one? If you mean in this specific version, yes. Though I would not just terminate my hardcore world for it. That'd be kind of silly. It's a different world. So I would not. Though the idea is definitely not to die. For sure. While we are here, we might as well just go ahead and make diamond tools. No reason not to. Ooh, actually, getting some grass will be helpful later. What's up, Natalie? Not sure what the bruh's for, but welcome. I hadn't seen your name already. Okay. Sick. And cool. Sick Kabel? I don't know. Probably really bad. Okay. Let's smelt up our iron as well. Get that out of the way. Okay. I guess we'll just use the wood since I am again out of coal. Oof. That was crazy. Okay. All right. Also, guys, isn't it so sad that in the newest update they're removing the option for open to LAN for the commands to be turned on? I mean, how am I supposed to cheat? What the heck, Mojang? So stupid. What are they thinking? I mean, all my cheating, all my plans foiled. It's honestly unplayable. Completely unreasonable. Nathan, before... Oh, it was at the other terrain vote. I'm pretty sure it was. Yes. What do you have to do in pre-4 before updating? I mean, I'm assuming you're not actually done yet. You're just asking, you know, so you can plan it out. If you're trying to do exactly what I've done, next would be 12W22A, where you can get, you know, bajillions of levels. That's what would be next. It'd be funny if, like, I did that MLG from earlier, and then right here I fail and just die or something. That's probably what would happen. That's the kind of way that I die. Have I ever gone to the world border before? I have, actually. It's actually, so, I mean, it's a cheesy way. If you actually, Mr. Coolbro is no longer in the chat. He had to go, but he actually is one of the, he's the first person to, from what I understand, the first person to walk to the Farlands in early versions of the game on foot in less than 100 days. So, and that's 100 real life days, I think, not in-game days, but still super cool. So, pretty awesome achievement. But I have been there. I haven't gotten there in a legitimate way though. I mean, depends on if you consider glitches to be legitimate. There's a glitch between 1.9 and 1. What was it? I think it ended in 1.12, but you could get to the world border in less than a minute if you handle it right, basically, which is pretty cool. Yeah, cook up this iron real quick. Did you actually... Oh, dang, you didn't get the death message even though you got to the world border? That stinks. Water in the Nether actually has a couple different versions, Ryan. Beta 1.9, pre 3, and 4 both work for ice, or at least pre 4 works for ice. If you go ahead and just, place ice in the Nether and break it, it will turn to water. But for those who don't want to start that far back, there's a 1.17 snapshot called 23W05A, where if you have, let's pretend this is a lava, I was going to place the water. Let's pretend this is a lava source block. If you place glow lichen on the walls right here, it'll turn this lava source block into a water source block in the Nether. So 1.17 has a method for it too, is all I'm trying to say, which is pretty fun. That's actually a goated method in my opinion. It's super cool. And I have enough iron, so I'll just go ahead and smelt the rest once I have this one as a blast furnace as well. Alrighty. Smelt away. Pig cannon? Pig cannon's super cool. Oh yeah, the pearl glitch, exactly. Ooh, okay. We got one of the votes that gives players infinite effects. Oh, infinite night vision. Immediate. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. How long is that one going to take? It's going to take 12 minutes till that one's active. That stinks, Ollie. Low key, actually, drowning is not that hard. Like, it's a totally respectable way to die. I mean, you definitely stop dying that way after you play hardcore for a good amount of time. I mean, either you mess with the bucket like I was doing earlier, or you just don't drown. But it's totally legitimate. It's just it's still sad though. Oh, the Kamen 18 short. Are you talking about the sorry, it's hard to know what everyone's referencing. But the Kamen 18 short, is that about the world border or is that about the water in the Nether glitch? Vlog with Ryan Paul. Why did I say the full name? I know you want me to call you Ryan. If you're putting like a full ocean in the Nether, how high is it going to go? Like what Y level? Is it going to go actually to the bedrock on the roof or even higher? It's pretty sick. I'm actually considering a project like that way down the line, but water and then other versions are simplest later, so it's not exactly a close term project. Make armor invisible. That'd just make my cape look worse, so I'm gonna stick away from that one. Sorry that wasn't working out for you, Ollie. That's too bad. Hardcore is tough. I mean, it's like there is a learning curve, and when you figure it out, it starts to get a lot simpler. Because there are just ways that you play normally that are really risky that you don't really notice are incredibly risky until you play hardcore mode. And you also just learn how to be way more careful. And in general, in my experience, it takes quite a few deaths in hardcore to actually get really good at it. Though you can play like, someone with OCD or like, fear of going outside, and you like live in a dirt hut and like, you do one of those videos where it's like 100 days on one block in the void or something, but it's just you inside of a dirt hut. Anyway, you can get to 10,000 days just sitting in that house if you really wanna. And Ozengod, every time I died in hardcore, I was going a bit far from Distant Horizons and crashing. Oh gosh, that stinks. That's too bad. Distant Horizons actually is, from what I understand, it's actually the lesser version of one of those mods that expands your render distance now. Isn't there another one? Is it Voxel something? There's a new mod, or at least newer, that is just way less laggy, from what I understand. Okay. What's the next move here? Not exactly getting set up. I guess in a few minutes we'll have night vision and maybe we'll go back to caving and actually make some progress. That'll be sick. Is it Voxy? That's what it is? Nice. And yeah, I'd recommend 1.17 for sure. It's super nice. Though technically, if you get one source block in the nether, you can make bubble columns with it, with kelp later on. So you can get, and then you can waterlog blocks inside of those and then move those blocks. So you can get water anywhere else at that point, but it's simpler in 1.17 for sure. And yeah, totally fair, Pumpkin. Some people do feel that way. I am not part of that group. I think the reward is, like, for example, I've done some building projects in my hardcore worlds, and they've actually been fun for me. But in every other survival world I've ever played, where I wasn't in hardcore, building was really tough to get into. It just wasn't fun. So for me, the risk of randomly dying all the time, it made me feel more accomplished even while doing stuff that wasn't necessarily my favorite part of the game, and it makes building a lot more enjoyable, which is kind of strange because it doesn't actually really come into play at all. Oh, I'm repealing that for the time being. No more grappling fishing rods. That was too dangerous. Okay. Dolphin tunnels are actually a sick idea. Though, if you're open to April Fool's snapshots, you could also go with, you know, the God Horse and breeding it, which would be really fun. Hardcore being the only way to play, it's a take. I don't necessarily disagree, because that's how, for me, that's how I feel. But I'm sure you mean for yourself as well, so you're not trying to tell anybody else how to play or anything. But spawn end gateway instead of cobblestone when lava interacts with water. I kind of feel like I have to do that. That's gonna look sick. That would be cool, Ryan. That would be cool. Why is my bed glowing? It's because of the vote Life's a Dream. It makes, you know, bright lights kind of... What's this effect? I don't know what you'd call it, but it is a bit of a glowing effect. You can kind of see it in the sky as well. It's not as pronounced, though, as with really, really bright, like, white stuff. But it has a bit of a visual effect, but the benefit is you get looting drops when you kill mobs, and you get fortune drops when you break ores, even if you have no enchantments on your items whatsoever. And you take less damage from what I understand, so it's kind of nice. What's up, King? Welcome in, King Riot. Ozengod, Bloom? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, how close are we on 6 minutes? Okay, coolio. It'll be sick, actually, if we're in a cave and it updates. Oh, I mean, so obviously there's obsidian in world that you can get without, you know, that spawned in already at this point. But I don't actually need to go to the nether for this project at all. Like, there are plenty of ways in this version to get netherite stuff without even going, so it's not really necessary. Most of this project I don't even know if I'll be beating the game, to be honest. I mean, because eventually it will get too easy. Oh, Bloom is the effect you're talking about. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you could be right. I'm not familiar. Let's grab some more coal. I should make a chest. I do not need to have, like, books and leather on me. Let's put this away. Is Fortune 5 plus Notch Enchants possible? Or Prot 12 plus other Notch Enchants possible? Absolutely. 100%. I mean, I'm planning on making... I mean, you know, I haven't actually publicly said this, but I am planning on making level 255 Notch Armor. With the results of this playthrough. So, yeah, the other stuff for sure you can do. But yeah, so Fortune 5 you can definitely combine with other stuff, 100%. And Fortune and Power and Wow, I did not say any of the right enchantment names. And protection 12, again, 100%. Yeah. Okay, I think that should be good. I guess I could make some more gold apples real quick, just in case. Cobble, will I use it? That's the question. I don't know if you guys saw the vote on my channel recently, but I've been trying to decide whether I want to use it or not. The options were get all level 255 items and use them freely, get them and put them on, like, use them rarely, get them and put them on display and never use them, or just get level 10 to 12 items and, you know, use those however much I want. Everyone thought I should just get them and use 255 as much as I feel. But I do feel like it probably will make the game a little too easy, so the odds are I'll get them, put them on display, and then stick with, like, lower level items, honestly. But we'll see. Forgive me if I say your name wrong. Maver, looking forward to seeing it. I appreciate it. Yeah, it should be really cool. And I have not played on any other hard mode add-ons before. Generally, hardcore is interesting enough for me. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thorns 255 is very interesting. I haven't tested it, but I'm almost 100% sure that it would actually work. I'm just not confident that your armor would survive one hit, is the question. Okay, 3 minutes until it starts. Because I don't know if Thorns higher levels would actually just straight up do more damage to your armor. So I'm not sure. But yeah, it is definitely overkill. Though the armor itself wouldn't really be overkill because, I mean, sorry, it is overkill. But it's not like, the armor is not what I'm worried about at all. Because Prot 12, which I already have, I mean, not in this world, but in another one, it's already as good as it gets. So Prot 255 plus every other level 255 protection enchantment is functionally exactly the same. Oh, thanks for subscribing, neighbors. Hopefully I said your name right. Maybe I said it right the first time, and that's why you subscribed. But it's functionally the same, Prot 12 and Prot 255. And I'm not really going to be using my armor to attack mobs, so it's all functionally the same at the end of the day. The tools are the real game-breaking addition for sure, and those are the ones that I'm a lot more worried about using. Mogamus, this is a vanilla version. It is an April Fool's snapshot, so it's Mojang made it. It's vanilla, and there's no mods, but it is April Fool's. So that's why it seems weird. Cobble, you're gonna have to go into a bit more detail. It did survive, is what you're saying? And Unbreaking 255 plus Thorns 255 would definitely save the armor for sure. I didn't make that save. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it does get a little ridiculous. Though, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, obviously. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to certain enchants like Fortune 255 is, yeah, you got a lot of diamonds, but let's be real, how many do you actually need? You know? Like, if you're going for a world record, then sure, it's an advantage. I wouldn't submit a world record attempt with Fortune 255 from an April Fool's snapshot. But, like, once you have a full set of diamond armor or netherite armor and diamond and netherite tools, are you really making that many jukeboxes that you just need a ton? Like a ton more diamonds? You know, like, what is it for? So I don't feel like it really gives you a huge game advantage in practice. It's just a ridiculous amount, and you can have, like, tons of it, you know? And then all the other ones, you can kind of make similar arguments, like with redstone, for example, like the other ores, sorry. With redstone, I mean, you can already farm it from witch huts, so you can already get it in infinite quantities. And frankly, mining it, even though 255 is OP, mining it's more dangerous, and it's, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's more grindy and more dangerous, so I don't feel like you should punish a player for doing something a bit more dangerous. And then coal you can farm from wither skeletons, lapis you can get from villagers, and nobody wants a lot of that anyway. Oh my, let's go. This is actually gonna be incredibly useful, except I'm out of oh no, I can make some torches. We're good. That's pretty close to the surface here, actually. That's kind of crazy. Oh, just normal. Okay, another color vote, guys. Here we go. So, sky color and windswept savanna to blue with a hint of purple. I haven't seen that before. Sky color and mangrove swamp to gross green. Sky color and swamp to pale lime green. They're really going for the green swamp. Personally, I lean towards windswept savanna with blue and a hint of purple. Just a touch of purple. But let me know your thoughts. I need your votes. Let's see. Ryan, are you going for all leather kinds of armor as well? That's a little over the top. Blue. All right. I'm in. Okay. In 30 seconds. Wait. Yeah, in 30 seconds, we will no longer need torches, at least not to see. So we'll give it 30 seconds. But yeah, so none of the ores. Oh, and also with copper. First off, nobody is grinding copper. But even if you wanted to, you can get one trial chamber and you have 40,000 copper blocks. So you don't need more than that ever for any reason. So anyway, so Fortune 255 doesn't really do much. Looting 255 though, it's huge. Like, obviously there are already farms in game that achieve. There we go. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, let's find some more diamonds. But anyway, so yeah, so looting is an advantage for sure. But I mean, most farms are like, there are farms already breaking into the millions without it. Like, redstone farming stuff is already so OP, it's not really gonna change the world or anything. But, and similar arguments can be made for a lot of stuff. Get out of here, pumpkin. You don't need that much copper. Okay, now we're gonna see exactly how many diamonds I missed while going around here blind. Riptide 255. I did mention Riptide 255 earlier. That it's pretty sick, but I mean, what advantage does it give you? I mean, if you're playing in multiplayer, then yeah, maybe there's an unfair advantage there, sure. But if you're on a single player world, all it does is you fly really fast or something. And frankly, it's actually more dangerous for the player, because I mean, that's a lot of kinetic energy. You fly into something, you're actually toast, you know? So, because when I used it in practice, I just pointed it straight up into the air, and I went 7,000 blocks up. So it's not safe if you point it in the wrong direction. Frankly, I'll get it, and I will not use it, or I won't even have it in my inventory because it's just way too dangerous. Like, I will just straight up die if I have it with me. I know it. Oh, I missed it. All right, don't take my water. I'm trying to read strat and do very short bucket clutches at the same time, and it is not working. Okay, let's see. Not seeing any diamonds. Wait, that's some. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing what Fullbright can do. Ooh, it's more than one. What's up, cubes? Welcome in. Have I got any? Ooh, okay. Okay. This one is another visual one, so I'll let you guys vote. So Eye of Ender, we can dinner bonize that item so it's upside down. The turtle can swim upside down, or minecart with a command block can be upside down. That is obtainable in this version, by the way. So that might show up, but not today. So Fire Aspect 255, all it does is increase the amount of time it takes for something to burn. So, it increases the amount of time that something you hit is on fire. So it doesn't do more damage, it just takes longer. Swift Sneak 255 I haven't tested. It may actually just be light speed. I have no idea. Turtle. All right. Votes are coming in for turtle. Sick. All right. Now, we got to see where we want to go in here. It's kind of funny following my torches as I ran around blind. Check this out. Anything interesting whatsoever? No. Oh, hold up. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, 2 skeleton spawners in as many minutes is crazy. I should probably eat some food. They're fighting, aren't they? That's so convenient for me. Oh, he moved. All right, let's check this out. See if they had any. Oh, never mind. There are no chests. Unfortunate. We actually. I'm going to take a quick pic of this. Because when we get some spawn egg votes later, I can create a spawner of any mob, which could be very useful later on. So I will keep that in mind. Soul Speed 255 goes crazy. I think you're right. Kamen did make a video on that. It makes it almost impossible to move. Like it's. I don't know if you guys have seen that old Dream video where he and all the guys were trying to beat Minecraft at but the speed doubles every X amount of minutes or something. They actually gave up. Like that's how bad infinite speed can get. So I shy away from stuff like that personally. So like I said, I'll probably get armor with every level 255 enchant, but I don't know if I'll wear it all the time. It's just going to be a little too inconvenient for most things. All right. Soul Speed 255 plus Swift. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it, Ryan. That'd be so bad. All right, let's see. Because I could turn off FOV change so that, with speed, so that I don't have to, have my screen look like I'm looking through a tunnel. But even then, it would just be so annoying. Okay, wait. Has the vote for... I think the vote has gone through for the for end gateway spawning in. No, it hasn't. It's still just obsidian. When does that vote go through? No. Sorry, missed something. Yeah, the swiftness, on Soul Speed and Swift Sneak, I just don't even want to think about it. It's just that just sounds so awful. Frostwalker would I explained that one earlier actually, but it really actually is one of the most disappointing of the ones that I've seen. Like it probably extends out the ice by 10 blocks on each side. So the ice is slightly wider, but it doesn't really do as much as you would expect. I was kind of hoping for half the ocean to freeze. But no, it's unfortunately not how it works. Let's go this way. But it would be enough to kill the Ender Dragon, though. I'm sorry, I might have missed what you were talking about. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I don't really know what you're referencing. Missed it. Dang it. See, I'm glad I didn't whiff it like that when I was falling to my death earlier. That's going to be a good clip, actually. This will be fun. It's going to be fun to rewatch. I'll take that all day. Here. Have I released the method for 255 enchants, though? No. So the thing is, actually, the method is not my original idea. This one, the method for 255 level enchants is actually one that's existed for quite some time. But the amount of work that goes into it has made it such that I don't think anybody's ever done it before. Especially getting the sheer amount that I'm getting. There's a lot of RNG involved and a lot of effort involved. So I've never seen anybody try it. Okay, gotta be some diamonds in here. Got 23, almost enough for a full set of armor. Just one away. Okay. Frozen Feet or Frostwalker is the real question. You could be right. That gives me some things to think about. I'll have to go back to you next stream when I've really had time to dedicate to think that through. Strength 255 should be enough to one-shot everything. I think so. Yeah, 100%. I'd like to think anyway. I haven't tested that one. You can, by the way, good thing to bring up. You can get infinite effects in this version on potions and bring them back. And you can get those potions at any level up to 255. So you can get infinite strength 255. Like if I was to actually use everything from this version that I could get, I'd actually be unkillable. Like, for example, you can get infinite regen 255, and with that, the void can't kill you fast enough to, actually, it doesn't do fast enough damage to kill you, so you just fall infinitely, which is pretty bonkers. Windburst 255. I don't know. There are some enchants for some reason that don't actually stack, you know, when it comes to a higher number. Is that 24? Okay, we have enough. If I want to make armor now, I may as well. So, yeah, like, oh, for some reason, this was a really weird one, actually. Wait. Yeah, I just left my crafting table up there. A really weird one for me was Depth Strider. Depth Strider doesn't stack. I tried it, and it was literally no faster than Depth Strider 3. So, there was no point in getting it, unfortunately, which was really lame. I was hoping to just be like Dolphin Speed, but it was incredibly disappointing. Resistance 255, 100% a thing. Though, it's another one that's kind of... It's interesting how they set it up, but it's another one that's realistically capped. You only... Loot drops of Golden Hoe by 2. So if I craft 1 Golden Hoe, I get 2. Doesn't really matter to me. So this is actually really great right here, this vote. It sets the chances of a new vote being a repeal vote rather than adding a new interesting rule to 39%, which is very low, which we like. So we'll go ahead with that. But yeah, resistance 5 maxes out how much damage resistance like you can, you know, avoid, which is 100%. You literally don't take damage at that point. So it's pointless to go beyond that. Still interesting, but I'm kind of confused. Is like, was there not a rule that made it so end gateways would spawn? Am I just like, am I crazy? I don't know. Respiration 255. From what I understand, I haven't actually tested this one yet, I don't think, but you should be able to be underwater without going up for air for more than an hour in real life, is my understanding. Let's see. I'm not familiar with the modern industrialization mod. It does sound rather interesting. I mean, it just sounds like Create. I've never played Create either. My modded Minecraft experience is very limited. I just like the base game too much. Oh, so you're saying... I see. Okay, so if I do this... I'm too afraid to see what's gonna happen if I go in here. I'm too afraid. Look at that, though. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Here, have some bones. Have some of these bones. Some of those definitely burned. Oh, buff fishing. Yes. 100%. That's a good rule. That one makes fishing go crazy. When we go back up, we'll make a new fishing rod. Now that won't shoot me into the air again. And I'll show you how awesome that vote is. But full diamond armor, I think we're probably good. We're good to go back up. I am too afraid to go through this. Let's see. I am semi-familiar with Greg, though it's only because Cookie has been schooling me on the ways of the best mods. He's a fan of Greg Tech. Let's see. Lunge 255. I have not tested that either, but I'm very confident it works. It's kind of... Yeah, so I haven't officially tested it yet, but there's no reason that that wouldn't work. The danger is, though, same with Riptide, is there's a very high chance of you just straight up killing yourself with it, because I'm sure you build up some kinetic energy when you do that. So I feel like the safer option would be to never use it, honestly. But who knows? Oh my gosh. I just completely missed that. Wait, why are you shooting him? Pretty sure I attacked you first, buddy. It's the hardest, not the best. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, there's that, I suppose. I do like hardcore, so, you know, good chance I'd like the difficult one. But I have too many things on my plate without mods at this point. Though I do play like I'm you know, modding the game with all my weird shenanigans. Lure 255, that would be interesting. I actually this I'm very curious to test this, but there's a chance that some of these high level enchantments are actually a detriment, not a help, because the way Minecraft works is a lot of the time it codes things so that when a number gets too high, it still wants to store it, and so it rolls into the negative numbers. So you can get such a high number of something that it goes into the negatives and you have like negative buffs, so it's just a debuff, right? So like I've heard that Luck of the Sea, for example, may actually start to hurt you in terms of fishing loot around like Luck of the Sea 83, but I haven't tested it personally. So there's a lot of fun experiments I'm going to be doing once I actually get all these items, but a lot of it's conjecture at this point, to be honest. Isn't kinetic energy just for the elytra? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, obviously, I feel like a lot of the time, if someone's using ones like that, it would be to transition into an elytra flight or something. But maybe somebody's just like looks at that and they want to be over there and they just lunge at it. You know, it's not impossible. Luck 255. You can get it. It only affects fishing loot though. It was never fully implemented. It was originally intended to make an impact on chest loot from, you know, dungeons or ancient cities or villages even. But they never fully implemented it. They only finished adding it to fishing. So if you use it, that's the only buff you'll see. Can the curses go to level 255 as well? Yeah, the thing is, though, is they're also the kind of thing that... Excuse me. Yeah, I like fast hoppers. The curses are also something that don't really scale up. So if you have a, you know, curse of binding 255, it's not all of a sudden going to be harder to take off than it was before. It was already impossible. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how awesome fishing is with the buff fishing mod. I was going to say mod, but technically it's a vote. The buff fishing vote is insane. You can get luck arrows here, by the way. I'm sure you already knew that, though. Are elytras possible? The way you ask that makes me a little confused. If you mean like getting elytras with enchantments like this on them, yes. Here, let's see. Okay, I thought I did the buff fishing vote. Did I not? Could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't. Or is it not active yet? Let's see. Buff fishing. Is it on? It's not. Okay. Then we're fine, I suppose. Let's just go through these and figure out which one it was. Huh. Very strange. I could have sworn it was done, but maybe it was just more recent than I thought. I don't think that I turned it... I don't think it's actually activated yet. I think it might have been a longer cooldown. Or cooldown. A longer delay before it actually added. So, that's probably it. Too bad. It was going to be really cool. A really cool moment. But... Oh, there's buff fishing. Yeah, it's 10 minutes away. Holy crap. No way. Buff fishing is great right now. Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, at least I'm not falling to my death. Holy... Have I tested out piercing 255? I have not, actually. Though, I mean, logically speaking, it would just let you shoot through 255 mobs, right? So, I mean, it's not exactly... It's not incredibly useful. So, I tested the most useful ones, at least in my opinion. So, that is one of them where I haven't bothered to test it yet. And the plan is... who asked that? Jackets. Oh, hey, Jackets. The plan is definitely to... add this to my main world eventually, but my main world is still in 1.4 right now, so it is not at this point yet where I could actually bring it in. So way down the line, the idea is to bring this into a hardcore world, but for now it is mostly about the coolness of getting the items. So Torin, I don't know if I'm gonna play RL Craft, all right? But you may get in trouble with the mods for spamming. Just be careful. I don't want you. I want you to stay. Let's see. Piercing caps. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. Interesting. See, there's actually, I've found there's not a ton of research that's gone into anything like this. Like, a lot of people say stuff like that to me about enchantments, and then I actually test it and they work. So, I mean, I'm assuming you're right for the time being, obviously, but I may test it, and who knows, it could work. I don't know. But I'll believe your great wisdom and intelligence for the time being. For the time being. We do love fishing. Ooh, a tropical fish. Very nice. And I got an achievement. There you go. I actually don't think I ever got that achievement in my last hardcore world. I think I never bothered to even fish with a fishing rod. Oh man. Aqua Affinity, from what we've tested, Aqua Affinity speeds up your mining speed underwater beyond Aqua Affinity 1. So like what 1 does is just return it to normal speeds, but if assuming that they weren't lying to me, the person that told me this, it will actually speed up your mining speed by quite a bit when you have higher levels of it. So you can there's a possibility with efficiency 255 and Aqua Affinity 255 that you can insta-mine obsidian underwater, which will definitely be something I want to test out. Let's see. Oh, you saw it from a Kamen video. Interesting. Ozengod, mending does cap, I believe. That's another one I haven't tested though. Just because like with Unbreaking 255, you really don't have to worry too much about your tools breaking, and normal mending is definitely going to keep up. So it wasn't on the top of my list of things to check, but from what I understand, it has a cap. Multi-shot 255 actually does work as well, but it does break a ton of durability. If you don't have a high level of unbreaking on it, your crossbow will break in one shot, almost guaranteed. That was my experience anyway. I'm grabbing a drink, one sec. All right, Torn. Good to have you. I will try RL Craft at some point, but not today. Have a good one, man. Actually, I'm very tuned into these things. Animal, animal, yeah, Animal Rivals. Oh, Diamond Drows. That's funny. Or the Wob recipe. Diamond Drows are better. But yeah, so I was actually on Reddit a couple days ago and I saw a post. There's a very good chance with certain glitches in certain versions you can get like a 32k pickaxe, but it's very hard to replicate. I've never actually seen anyone come up with a repeatable method for getting a level 32k anything, but this guy did have a 32k level efficiency pickaxe in his world because like it crashed under just the right circumstances and he managed to get it. So he basically just like looks at blocks and they disappear. Jackets. There are some votes allow you to. It's very complicated, but there is a feature in this version called NBT crafting, which allows you to create basically just the text form of certain items, and then with a lot of luck and a lot of patience, you can turn those tags into the real items. But it takes a really long time. Okay, what was this vote? Okay, sick. So Java actually used to have 32k as their upper limit, but they changed how they stored enchantments, I believe, which is why. I think from what I understand, though I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure it got changed from a long to a short. In terms of coding stuff, when you prepare a container that's going to contain text or numbers, they can only contain numbers or words of a certain size and length, and It used to be, I think, in Java that you could store bigger stuff, but they just changed the storage method. Oh my gosh, the snow makes it unbearable to be up here with this bloom effect. We're out of here. Nope, nope. So that's why, and I don't know if Bedrock is still at 32K. Density 255, I haven't tested, I will be honest. But there's a decent chance it works, honestly. Block gravel. Short to a byte, you think? You'd know better than me, Cookie. I was just trying to kind of explain the general idea. Nation, welcome in. I haven't explained the full method just because, I mean, I've explained it generally. It's hard to go into details, though, because we are not there yet. Sorry, Mrs. Staken just walked in. Dang. Oh yeah, sorry, I was talking to Nation. There we go. But the plan is once I get to the point, not necessarily in this live stream because it's taking a little while to progress, just because I'm waiting on RNG with votes. But the idea will definitely be to show it in streams and then also just make a video of it at the end. But if you want to look into it yourself, it's NBT crafting. Lots of good resources online. It takes a lot of time and effort, though, so be prepared. Let's see. Breach 255. Yeah, again, another one I haven't actually checked. I could turn off wardens. And I could get netherite boots. Sure, we'll flip that. No, that's fine. No wardens. Means I can go safely to a ancient city. No problem. Bottle of Void. Bottle of Void, it basically... So the game in this version will give you random effects a lot of the time. And Bottle of Void is a bottle that you can get in this version where you can take the effect off of yourself and put it in a bottle. And since some of the effects that you can get from this version are insanely OP, I mean, infinite night vision, for example, if I had a Bottle of Void, and you know what, actually, hold up. Let's do it. I'll just show you. Might as well demo. I just need some sand to cook. Well, Jacket, sorry you got salty about Cookie. It's too bad. This can be used on potions. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but level 255 infinite potions totally possible. Though they break the game even more than broken items do, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry, I keep responding to so many things. I'm sure I've missed a couple comments, so I'm sorry. Okay, 3 is good. And I can craft another furnace. It's really dumb. I feel like they should just add sand to the blast furnace. It doesn't really make any sense to me that it's not in there. I mean, I understand it's not like an ore or anything, but it's dumb that you can't cook it faster by any method. Let's see. Instant damage, 254. I wouldn't give that to myself. Fun fact, though, I mean, I'm sure some of you, or maybe all of you know, but anything above instant, I think it is actually instant healing. Instant health to 125 or higher will insta-kill any player, even in creative, which I think is pretty interesting. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you could throw instant damage 255 if you really want to. You just may kill yourself in the process. Here we go. Should be... There we go. So this is a bottle of Void. Now if I drink it, I will no longer have night vision. But this night vision bottle is infinite. It has night vision 2. So that's actually pretty awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and drink it because I actually want that effect right now. But fun fact, actually, with this, you could dupe this. So if I was to, for example, take this, put it in my inventory, and then just close the game and reopen it, the effect will be given to me again, and I can just give myself another bottle of night vision 2 infinitely. So that's kind of broken, actually. You can just create tons of them. Let's see. Looting 255 would be crazy. Also, fun fact about looting, from what I understand, I haven't personally tested it on the Wither Skeletons, but from what I can find online, anything above looting 98 will guarantee a Wither Skeleton Skull dropped when you kill one. So you'd be looking at crazy rates in Wither Skeleton Skull farms, which would be awesome. So that would be an interesting use for sure. My bed's up there, dang it. Why does Die King Void punch me? You're talking about drinking? It must be autocorrect. I guess it just does a little bit of damage to punish me for getting rid of the effect. I don't know. It's a little weird. Here, sir. Sorry, this bed is taken by me. What about instant damage? 255 versus the Warden. I think it would kill it. I think it would. Okay, what's this one? Buff fishing. Okay, we got buff fishing. We're going back to fish now. This is so fun. Okay. And Nathan, so you start out in 3, get the items, upgrade to 4, get spawners, upgrade to 12W22A, and then start enchanting. Yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Sure, we'll add the pickaxe block. That's everything you need for the time being, for sure. Yeah. Oh, and you get the enchanted book still. That's fun. Yeah, it's kind of OP. Edwin, it is not a data pack. This is an April Fool's version, so it's a legit. Sorry for the noise. Wait, name tag. I can name Benjamin now, but we actually have to vote on whether that's what we want. Ooh, that's nice. I don't have any good enchantments on my items, so this actually could be pretty sweet. It is a pretty good XP farm. When you get the buff fishing vote down the line, it becomes even more overpowered. Here, let's see what this enchanted book is. Fire aspect? Meh. This one? Piercing and fire aspect? Nah. Wait, that was a bow. Hold up. Unbreaking power? Problem is they're all trashy bows, so we'll just move on. Have I tried the Witherstorm mod? I have not. I've had one of my longtime Discord members, Bean Jammin'. He's been trying to get me to do it for quite a while, but I've been too busy. But it's definitely cool. Like, I want to try it. I haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, so when you turn on the rule that makes it so the oceans are polluted and any item in the creative inventory you can fish, you straight up just like fish out netherite tools and armor and spawn and like mob spawners and portal frames, bedrock. It's insane. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh crap, that's annoying. Here, just because it's gonna bug me and it's probably gonna be annoying for you, I'm gonna turn weather down to like 5%. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and plop these in. That's a lot of fish. Okay, this makes the most sense on a pickaxe, I feel like. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Bet. Easy money. Okay. Very, very nice. Okay. Maver, what's your estimate on how long crafting a full set of armor and tools will take with the MBT crafting? It would take me probably a good 3 hours of nonstop crafting. Assuming I start out with all the materials I need from the get-go, I'd say a solid 3 hours to actually make all of the tags necessary in this version. But if you remember, I mentioned before, not only do you have to get those tag items, but you have to get the right vote that will convert them. So on top of that, it'll probably be a good couple hours. Also, we have to officially decide. I don't know which one of these is the OG anymore because, you know, they bred. But what are we going to name these guys? We need names. Drop them in the chat. Let's see. Get rid of anything else? I think we're good. I'll keep the smoker. Good question about the cauldrons. Why don't we check, actually? That'd be fun. Here. What is it? That cauldron? Yeah. I never make these. Here. So let's try it. All right, bottles are in here. I guess we'll need dripstone to officially check. Doesn't seem to be going in. Is this how you do it? I've never even put a potion inside of a cauldron, so. Let's see. Benny, Benjamin, Urkel. I am good. How are you doing? Is it Halil? Miss Mutton, Jillim, Imposter Pig, Water Breathing 255. I mean, it does the same thing as Water Breathing, normally does. But, okay, I need some consensus on these names, guys. You're not... they're all so freaking different. Pork Chop, Johnny, and Bob. Yeah, don't work on Java. That's what I thought. Level 255 items, what do I mean? I mean, level 255 items. I mean, you see this efficiency 4. Imagine that, but it's 255. That's what it means. All right. Run a vote on Pumpkin's beloved pet. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see. Do I even know how to start a vote? I've never done it before. Let's see. No, we need one named Pork Chop. Class of sheep named Kevin. See, this is a lot more passionate a debate than I was expecting. Let's see. Unbreaking 255. Yeah, I mean, I said this in a post. I cannot find a vote option, unfortunately. So, unless I have a bunch of people disagreeing, we're gonna go Pork Chop Johnny and Bob. Unless let's see what you guys say. But yeah, Unbreaking 255 is that you normally with Unbreaking 3 and no mending can take a diamond and netherite pickaxe and it'll break about 6,000 blocks before breaking. Unbreaking 255 is about 520,000. So, yeah. Oh, Jackass, you realize you were that behind. Romao, I mean, I hadn't even seen you say wafer sheep. Wafer. So the first time you said waffy, and then you said wafer, and I wasn't even sure you were talking about names, because it doesn't even register as a name. I thought you were having a snack. I don't know, how am I supposed to know? Okay, we're not going to repeal any of those. We're going to keep, sure, globies, they'll twinkle. Why am I getting so many repeal ones? Get out of here. Bob is a good name for a zombie. Okay, well, Pork Chop Johnny can be one. We'll do Pork Chop Johnny. It doesn't make any sense because he's a sheep, but one of them is going to be Pork Chop Johnny. There you go. Pork Chop Johnny. Wafer is good, maybe. All right, that's 2 votes for Wafer. So let it be written, so let it be done. All right, where are you? That's Pork Chop Johnny, Wafer. There we go. We did it, guys. Okay. We're close. The Steakinator. People like my suggestions. See? You're right, Romao. I should not have doubted you and your ability to come up with good names. That's on me. My bad. Metallica reference. I don't know if it was that me or was that somebody else. It was probably somebody else. I do not know enough of Metallica to deliberately reference. Did it? I could have sworn I had 8 already. That's strange. Did I have 10? I don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, realistically, the only other productive thing I can do with full... I mean, I can... I didn't realize that it turned in there in my armor slot. What the heck? I hadn't noticed that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wait, what do I look like? Oh, just nothing there? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, that's cool. Not a problem. Just lost an entire chest plate for no reason. Because I got a vote earlier that I forget which one it was, but one of the options was it was going to replace all diamond chest plates in a player's inventory with netherite boots. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool, sure. But I didn't consider that it would happen if it was on me at the time. So it's not even doing anything. So I guess I'll just switch it, but now I just have extra diamond boots for no reason. See, I can't put it back, I don't think. Yeah. It's actually a discontinued feature, I suppose, having the wrong item in the wrong slot. But now I'm like, should I go back and get more diamonds? Because this is stupid. Can't believe I just lost that for no reason. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and put that on. Awkward. Good question, Ryan, actually, on the Can Destroy tag. It only works in... Sure, get rid of ghasts. It only works in adventure mode. So the Can Destroy tag specifically is meant so that players in adventure mode on the adventure mode map that you make can destroy certain blocks. Like let's say there's a maze, and inside the maze somewhere are certain barriers, but you want them to break those, but not like, you know, let's say the maze is a hedge maze or something. You want them to be able to not break the hedge, but break the other obstructions, right? And let's say they're made of, you know, wood, or they're made of stone. You give them a pickaxe with can destroy stone, and then you can destroy whatever. So you can get a pickaxe that has the can destroy bedrock tag on it, but it doesn't actually work, from what I understand. Yeah, it's kind of sad. So no, that's a great question, PJ. Hopefully that's okay to abbreviate your name that way. But these votes where they do replacements, they actually only affect, they're instantaneous, and once there's been even a single, you know, once the moment has passed that it was first applied, no items are changed after that. So it only does anything as soon as it becomes active. After that, it doesn't. It's a nothing burger of an effect. It won't change any future sets. Is my point. Oh, I'm gonna get so good. That's a good question, Ramau. It will be like a full notch set, so all the useless enchants on every item as well as the useful ones. So, yeah, 100%. I'll have like a Respiration 3 pickaxe and, you know, a Power 5 helmet and stuff. 100%. I'd like to find some more diamonds, but this cave is depressingly not good. Depressing. No, thank you. I need my blocks. Alrighty. Well, let's find a cave, I guess, because I don't want to be less protected than I was before. Though you can get infinite resistance at really high levels in this version as well, just like I did with the night vision. So we'll see. Last time I played, I got infinite. What was it? Oh, infinite conduit power at level 2. Not interesting. I got fire resistance. I got a game rule that turned off fall damage. You get pretty OP pretty quick. Carrot on a stick with 250. Look, if you haven't watched my channel enough to learn that the stuff that I go for is oftentimes completely pointless, you need to just watch a little more of my content, and then you'll realize that I like to I do like to go for random, ridiculous, stupid stuff as well. So, I mean, I did in my last video spend several hours beyond what was necessary grinding for Silk Touch 3 armor. So, you know, that was not that was pointless. And then I don't know how to abbreviate your name, BH or Elite Sardine or however you want me to say it. Is it going to be the same bit as Prot 12? It will not. No. Prot 12 is a very separate method. I actually just finished recording that video last night, which is part of why I felt like I could go ahead and do this stream actually. But yeah, it's a very different method. It requires a lot of different setup and a whole different April Fool's version. So not even close actually. All right. Let's see if I can find some deep slate and some diamonds. Now that I have mending, my power has increased. Romao. Oh, that was Romao talking? Yeah, of course you watched my videos. Yeah. I thought it was somebody else asking. And my favorite song, that's a good question. As of it changes all the time. So it's a tough question. Because if you had asked me a year ago, it probably would have been the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. But I don't know if you guys can relate. There are some times where you're just school is very bad, or it's winter and bleak and depressing outside. You like certain music when you didn't like it before, or vice versa. And Black Parade was one of those for me. It was just one of those times where I liked kind of those little less happy songs, but I like a lot of Linkin Park. There's been a lot of that recently. I'm trying to remember the name of this group. They're actually a YouTube channel, but they're a band. I think it's like AMH Band or something. They did a cover of The End of Beginning recently, and that actually they did a really great job with that cover. So that's up there for me right now in terms of recent music. But all time, Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas is up there for sure. A Notch Poppy. I could get diamonds. Holy, you don't see these very often anymore. Not diamonds. I mean the stone variant. Ooh, even more right here. You know what? Actually, mining down here is a strat. Notch of every item would go crazy. It's a good reference, Cookie. Though, Cookie, I doubt you've actually watched Dragon Ball. Have you watched it? Because I feel like that would be something you haven't seen. Though maybe I'm just, you know what? Grabbing some of these magma blobs. Blops? Blops? What? But I feel like that would be something you haven't watched, Cookie. Am I wrong? AJR? No. No, that's not it. Linkin Park is awesome. I'm a big fan. Though I'll be honest, like without Chester, it does not hit as hard for me. Like their new stuff, I think their new stuff is good. I think my favorite of their new songs, Heavy as the Crown is really good, and The Emptiness Machine is pretty good. Those are probably my favorite two of their recent stuff, but it definitely just doesn't hit as hard without Chester in the group. So their new stuff hasn't hit the same. Let's see. It's not AJR or Jar. You've watched 4 episodes of the original Dragon Ball. You've watched less than Baby Steak Number 1 has watched, Cookie. Baby Steak Number 1, by the way, for those who aren't aware, I have 2 kids, a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old, and they are watching Dragon Ball for the first time right now. And the original intro, they've got it memorized actually at this point, which is pretty incredible. So it's whenever it turns on, they're going crazy. Oh, I should get on top of it. There you go. If I dupe the illegal items, do they keep the values? They would if you duped them, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, personally. I think in general, duping it just makes it not fun for me. But they will keep the values. Like, for example, if you were to do the 24W11A Grindstone dupe, they would keep their values. Okay, let's see. Sure. I don't want to be an AI bot. We got enough of that. And we don't want beds doing that, so we're out of here. Yeah. No. By the way, no shade on I forget her name. Is it Emily, the new singer for Linkin Park? I forget her name. No shade. Her voice is actually incredible. It's just you can't. There's no way you can replace Chester. It's impossible. Like that's a really tough position to be in, bro. Like you got to feel for her somewhat. Like, oh, more diamonds. Let's go. Because it's just, how do you follow that act? You know what I'm saying? Mogamus, what you saying? All right, I have. Sorry if you hear knocking. I think that's one of the kids just kind of knocking on the door because he hears my voice through the wall. But it's hard to pick. Wait, why am I not? It'd be really awkward if I died here. There we go. Holy crap, what was that? It's hard to pick a favorite Linkin Park song. I'd probably say that Somewhere I Belong is one of the top ones for me. That's a really good one. I mean, obviously there are the really mainstream popular ones. Like In the End is super good for sure. I'd say New Divide and Somewhere I Belong are probably the top for me, honestly. All right, let's see. Votes. It wasn't a full water source block. Oh, that might be it. Let's see. The dupe. So, the dupe does keep enchantment NBT at least. It may or may not keep other stuff. Like, I mean, dupes. If you dupe the item, it's one thing. If you're duping the enchantments, like 24W11A does, it will not keep things like the item's name, for example. If you gave it like a custom name with NBT or something. So. There are certain things that will and won't work. You just gotta accept that. But the enchantments, there are multiple ways to get enchantments with the NBT you want for sure. Bleed It Out's good. It's not my favorite. It's kind of like a different vibe. It's just not one that I generally go for. Wait, have I already been here and it was dead end? I think I have. We're going back up. Okay, well, I got a lot of diamonds down here, but I think I've mainly cleaned this area out. Power Punch, welcome in. We are currently waiting for the right votes in our April Fool's version. Let's see. Yeah, we can turn that off. To start our project for getting level 255 items. We are not there yet. And actually, I forgot to mention this as one of the votes we need, but we need the vote that turns NBT crafting on in the first place, which hasn't, actually popped up yet. All right, Shaw, have a good night. Are you tripping, or is my microphone better than before? It is better than before, though. I mean, like, I guess it depends on how before you mean. I did also realize, like a month or two ago, that I just had my mic too close to my face. So moving it somewhat further away has helped a little bit with audio quality. So that I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to this thing. So you had to just kind of, bear with me on that. But it is better, I'd hope. Was that Deep Slate Emerald? I'm not going back for it. I don't even have Silk Touch, so wouldn't really be much of a point. A couple of videos before. Yeah. No, it's 100% better than a couple of videos ago, for sure. And I've had this mic for a while, but like I said, I've been using it incorrectly. Oh, it's still doing it. Oh, that's funny, man. I think that's great. What I can... Oop, I was... Jumping up blocks and reading chat is not my forte. Would I consider Minecraft hard to beat? I mean, it depends on the context. I mean, I'd say it's challenging for me if I don't have any items. Like, if I have at least iron armor and enough, like a bow and arrow that will get me through the fight, I'd say it's pretty easy. But like I said, depends on the context. Overall, though, I'd say 100%. It's a game with a, like, the skill floor necessary, like the point you need to reach to be able to do decently is not very hard to reach. All right. Yes, so I need to unlock NBT crafting so I can even start gathering the materials to start doing the level 255 stuff. But the thing is, I don't want persistent parrots. The thing is, the vote is rare. Like, there's actually a list online of all the votes in the game, and it includes how the votes are weighted, because certain votes are more likely to occur than others. And there are a lot of rare votes that have to kind of come together all at once in order for NBT crafting to work. And I have not gotten too many of them yet, unfortunately. Ooh, big iron vein here. That's fun. No, I mean, it depends on how you play, and it depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, if you're trying to do something like beat the Ender Dragon with your fist and, no armor or something, like as a challenge, it's going to be tough. So... I mean, there's obviously a context where it could be difficult, but also you may just not be a person who no-lifes Minecraft and gets really good at it. So, again, there's context that makes it understandable if it's harder for some people than others. Oh, that was nice. Clean around the corner jump. Yeah, I think if I'm right, I think the gateway actually just teleports you to world spawn when you use it in the overworld, but I'm not confident enough to use it. I'm too afraid of like going to the end and have a death. Well, that was a bro moment. I'm too afraid of going to the end and having to fight the dragon right now, and I'm not really prepared. Though I'd probably be fine. I mean, I have diamond armor, and I've got, well, mostly diamond armor. What the heck? I did not feel like I mined that much diamond. Well, I'm gonna have my chestplate back. That's good. Oh gosh. I've got to get a quieter keyboard, because when I watch my streams back, I can hear my spacebar and it's annoying. Though I do just have a bad habit of also clicking it too hard. I'm aggressive with my spacebar. Okay, guys, I just want to walk this way. I'm just going to school. we're gonna just leave. This was not the exit. NBT crafting. There's not a lot of great information. If you look up NBT crafting, Minecraft, capital MCDF without any spaces, you will find some info on it. That's helpful. I gotta go this way really quick. Okay. Assaulting creepers for no reason. I mean, do you know how many times I've been killed by creepers, man? I mean, not in my hardcore worlds, really, but... Well, actually, old hardcore worlds, yeah, sure. So, they do deserve it. Villagers only trade mending would be such a terrible trade. Why would I want to do that? Some of these votes are so bad. Less than pointless, just actively bad. Okay, you guys are annoying. I just want to walk this way. Wait, thank you. Holy. Did I come in from this way? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that looks right. Ah. Yeah, you can't really do much about keyboards without just buying a better one. Like, it really is just kind of a money thing. I mean, there's actually... I forget what video I was watching, but it was a Technoblade stream from a long time ago, right after he got a new keyboard. He was just, like, talking about how much better his new one was because he types so loud. He was just another person, I think, who just, like, types really aggressively. 48 minutes mace is actually pretty crazy. GG's. All right. Guys, I have one more minute, and then I've got to hop off because Mrs. Staken needs help with these chillins. But I really appreciate you guys all being here for this long. This is actually, I mean, if I'm reading the numbers right, this has actually been my biggest stream ever, which is pretty crazy because I, didn't announce it beforehand, and I had literally zero plan aside from just trying to get these good votes. But hope you guys have had fun. Let me know in the comments afterwards if there's anything you'd like me to change, including, my space bar if it's really that much of a problem. Yeah, exactly, PJ. I think of that clip all the time. I love that. It's so good. I think there's a video. It's just like an hour of Technoblade moments. I think I've watched it 4 or 5 times. It's a problem, but it's so funny every time. No, thank you. Let's see. My fastest speed run. I don't really speed run, to be completely honest with you. It's just not really... I've never really thought speedrunning was interesting to do. I think it's incredible to watch people do it. Like, they're so skilled. It's awesome. But myself, it's just never been... It's like building to me. It's just not... It's not my favorite playstyle. And I can do it if it's for a challenge or if it's for, a video or something if I really wanted to. Or it could play a part in something I do. But it's just never been my style. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's been a good stream. All right. Actually, oh yeah, that's also part of it. Mrs. Staken's got book club tonight. Let's see. My favorite playstyle, I mean, I'm in hardcore mode, but generally my favorite kind of thing to do in Minecraft is just get random crazy broken stuff. So this is my playstyle, is just, abusing random versions to get broken stuff. But let's see. Okay, I don't think I have any... I have not played on 9B9T, by the way. I didn't mean to miss that comment earlier, TN. But I think I will have to hop off for now, guys. I really appreciate you guys all sticking here for this long. It was super fun. And yes, I am Demi right at the end here, but I am getting level 255 in vanilla, but it is an April Fool snapshot. But anyway, I will catch you guys next time. But thanks so much for sticking around. I'll see you later. Bye. See ya. I have an arrow in my face. Bye.